Hi, everybody. Thanks for stopping by and seeing what I'm up to today. So, I'm really freaked out. I've never noticed this channel on YouTube. And, um, well, I see there was a YouTube and it was actually on the news about this particular channel. And I'm going to play it. And I guess I just want your guys' feedback. And, um, I've already seen the video, so my reaction's not going to be authentic, but I'm seriously shocked, and I only thought this existed in movies, and it's really happening, and it's very hard not to wonder if this is really what's going on. So I'm going to play more maybe than just one video, but I'll share this one and then I'll make another one of from this place group. They consider themselves anonymous. Without further ado,
Someone has broken into the National Bank, the Federal Reserve, a 21st century thief breaking into files, not into metal safes. The mysterious group Anonymous has struck again with a warning. This is just the beginning. ABC's senior justice correspondent Pierre Thomas tells us who these people are.
This is the public face of Anonymous, the shadowy group behind the hacking attack on the Federal Reserve, which sets monetary policy for the U.S. economy.
This time there will be change, or there will be chaos.
Anonymous is a loosely affiliated network of hackers spread across the globe. During the hack of the Fed, Anonymous stole the login credentials of some 4,000 bankers from across the country, allowing the group to potentially disrupt a key emergency communication system.
Citizens of the world, we have seen the erosion of due process, the dilution of constitutional rights.
Greg House, a former member of Anonymous, says expect more attacks on the government.
All these big bankers and all these big rich people who have caused a lot of the problems we've had for the last few years are not getting prosecuted.
The FBI has had some success against suspected Anonymous associates, arresting at least 20, including one man during this bust caught on a webcam. But finding and arresting members of Anonymous is challenging. For the FBI, each targeted computer network is a crime scene.
Well, in any computer crime, you want to look for the digital footprints. So you look to trace the incoming traffic that's attacking the computer, and you look to see where the file was exported to.
And a big investigative tool, FBI agents posing as hackers and trying to infiltrate Anonymous itself. In addition, the Anonymous videos are also clues. The video may contain embedded location information if the hackers do not scrub it out. And the pictures may tell investigators something about the hackers too. An online game of cat and mouse is underway right now with
from the news makes me worry. It really is existing. Give me a second.
Anonymous.
Okay. So a couple days ago.
Someone has broken into.
Okay, lady. Relax. This is the message I just got today. Was this? Oh no, this one's anonymous to Bill Gates.
Greetings, citizens of the world. This is a message for Bill Gates from Anonymous. In the midst of a historical pandemic, much of the world is looking to you for solutions, and it seems that this is no mistake, because you have positioned yourself as the Nostradamus of disease. You have done an incredible job at rebuilding your image, from a ruthless and cutthroat corporate CEO to a benevolent philanthropist and savior of the world. This is nothing new. This is a classic move from the robber baron's playbook. At one time, the notorious industrialist John D. Rockefeller was one of the most hated people in the country, due to his poor treatment of workers, his monopolization of key industries, and his influence in politics. After a massacre of striking miners in 1914, which came to be known as the Ludlow Massacre, Rockefeller's reputation was at its worst, so he decided to hire a team of propagandists to restore his public image. Leading that team was public relations pioneer Ivy Lee. Lee was an early influence of Edward Bernays, who would later write the infamous book Propaganda, a textbook of mind control for tyrants and aristocrats. Bernays is the nephew of Sigmund Freud, and often called the father of propaganda, in which case Ivy Lee is the grandfather. Lee suggested that the families make high-profile donations to various charities and have photographs taken of them handing out money to the commoners to make the public think that they were good-hearted and generous people. Over time, the plan worked, and has been replicated by many other aristocrats who wanted to win favor in the court of public opinion. At the time of his death, Lee was being investigated by Congress for his work with the Nazis through the company IG Farben and a proxy firm called the German Die Trust. He was also a founding member of the Council on Foreign Relations. Now that the new and improved Bill Gates has dominated the headlines for years, many people have forgotten about the accusations of stealing ideas from others in your industry and then relentlessly using intellectual property laws against anyone who threatened your dominance. Your reputation was at its worst when Microsoft was caught up in an antitrust legal battle with the United States government, because you spent years developing a tech monopoly through your company. In 2001, Microsoft was forced to settle with the government and give up its monopoly of the industry, and the next year, you began shifting your time, and more importantly, your money, into the pharmaceutical industry.
That's
This
very
time
weird.
around, you have come to dominate an industry as an outsider, through stock investments and charitable organizations that are not bound to the same regulations as a publicly traded company. There is no doubt that advancing medicine is a noble cause, and it is true that investments in public health are important, but not everyone involved in the pharmaceutical industry actually has the best interests of the public in mind. As with any industry, it all comes down to the almighty dollar. There are some people in the industry who have good intentions, but judging by your track record at Microsoft, you are not someone who can be trusted. And let's not forget that just months ago, you were in the news because your
How
relationship
real
with the disgraced
is this
criminal
group?
actor Jeffrey Epstein was being exposed. Now, as frightened people around the world are demanding solutions and looking to people like you for answers, you have advocated for some extremely draconian measures, including a surveillance system to track down anyone who might be infected. Of course, all of this sounds like a necessary step in a global pandemic, and this virus is a very real threat. But in China and other places where these measures have been implemented, human rights violations followed quickly after. It is also very strange that for many years, your companies and foundations have been heavily involved in a project called ID 2020, something that seems very similar to the systems you have proposed in recent interviews. You may own the corporate media, but we still have the internet, and you will be exposed. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.
Now, yeah, it all freaks me out, guys. Big time. So, yeah, you'll have to let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Sorry, I'm not all dialed up. I just want to be myself for once. Relax. I'm home. My hair is a mess and it won't behave right now. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm having a pity party. It's getting worse around here and feeling kind of lonely. I have met a couple people through my selling website that I've been emailing, and they're in other parts of the US. And it's strange to hear like how either not so bad or how bad another part of our area is, or whatever. I really am like the real deal, the raw, the I'm open and I don't bullshit. I try to give it to you as straight as possible. Well, like and subscribe. The more subscribers, the faster and better we can have like live videos going and all that great stuff. So, because I want to do giveaways and I see other people doing it and uh it just sounds like fun. By the way, if you're not on my Facebook, I'm Nikki B, NICKYBEE. I only say that because I have to wait before I can change my name, but it is going to be Silkyfeather on there so that it's unified across platforms. But I've been doing dumpster diving here and there, behind a few of the pharmacies. Today at CVS, I got 3 bags of Almond Joy and a tin of cookies, some dehydrated tropical fruit, and I have a hamster. He's gonna love that. And something else I can't even think right now. But hey, like and subscribe. I've got so many ideas, and I'm not one. I am a YouTuber who doesn't have a niche, and I know that that's bad. My niche was originally to talk about me. Um, I am making videos. I try to make one every single day. If I don't make one every day, it's every other day. And then like some days it's like a couple videos that day. I'm all over the place. I do have borderline personality disorder, ADHD, post-traumatic stress disorder, and I am medicated. Um, and it causes me sometimes to be more scatterbrained, and I don't think like, I guess I don't put things in order like somebody else who doesn't have my disorders. So I lose my train of thought very easily, and I have fibromyalgia. I know you've heard me say that before, but there's something that people might not know about fibromyalgia. You can get what's called fog brain, so like a brain fart, but I can be mid-sentence and totally just lose my thought, and it really, 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 really sucks. And it's not even about, I know I really could, I'm not really script out, but outline the topics or things that I wanted to say in a video before I do a video. I'm just freaked out about this group name Anonymous, and maybe, you know, words from people who are other viewers who I know it's a, I can't think of the word, conspiracy group, I would imagine, but my, I like mystery, so I'm like, but wait a minute, is it real? Is it really a group? Are these things real? I mean, he's showing headlines that look like, or pictures that look like they were in something, whether it be a book or a newspaper. But anyway, I feel like I'm just ranting now. You guys, I do love you and appreciate every single one of you. And if no one told you today, I do love you and I do appreciate you. I appreciate every minute that you watch my show. Thank you. And please ask your friends to subscribe. I need 1,000 subscribers so I can do live shows and giveaways. I've got paintings. I do these little pours. I do small ones, and sometimes I do big ones. I have one that's a 16 by 20. But I do them all the time, and I'm gonna give them away, and maybe even do some like custom pours. So if you tell me like 5 colors you want, I'll do a pour with those 5 colors, and it'll be a giveaway. All right. Bye, everyone. Thanks.